Hello everyone and welcome back to Conquest, where today we are going after the final campaign sector on Asthosus. And that would be Omega. Omega is a eradication threat and an enemy base. The last and final frontier. The enemy has gathered all remaining forces and will attack relentlessly. Be prepared to fight back from multiple front lines at the same time. The enemy has secured their drop zones with a massive base. Bring this base down. It might be a good idea to first secure your own zones and production before launching your attack. I do that anyway. I think we'll be completely fine. That was probably the most obvious foreshadowing that you've ever seen. Let's do this. Bro, the music started. We hadn't even fully landed yet. That's crazy. Okay, let's take a look at the map. What do we got to work with? Oh.
Jesus Christ.
Okay, so, off the rip, this map is huge. Very, very large. So, what are we actually dealing with here? We have access to basic resources, a lot of them, but that's about it. Basic resources and some red sand right here. Okay. Oh, what is that? Is this just, like, empty? Interesting. Okay, I'm gonna go over there. Is that, like, a space tile or something? I haven't even looked at the sector yet, and I'm just already exploring. Look at that. Okay. Yep, it's just empty void. Interesting, and it looks like they have built bridges, which is pretty cool. So I guess that means we can literally just put our defenses on the bridge, because that's, like, the only way to get somewhere. And also, why? Why is that? That's... okay, dude. Anyways, let's actually look at the whole sector now. So, obviously, we have our base resources. We've got some sand, and we've got some red sand. There is also an obsidian biome up here, which we are probably going to take immediately. There's a color tile right here, which does make sense, so we're probably going to have to just rush over here and get as much obsidian as possible and use this pathway to actually get it back. Or, no, I was going to say we could use a drone, like one of those little cargo drones to move it back, but I'm pretty sure those take, like, obsidian to build. Oh, yeah, they take vesmonium. Okay, so that's not going to happen, so we're going to have to rush over here basically right off the rip and get a pipe going back through here just to get some obsidian. Now, of course, there appears to be an enemy foothold over here. Yeah, okay. Got a typhoon, some skip, some subtile, beefy defense. Yeah. Okay, so we're going to have to go over here. This is the only side that we can use, because I think there's another one up here. Yep, we got some more skips, some more subtiles. Blah-de-blah-de-blah. Okay, looks like this is a pretty lower-ish tech area over here. There's no, like, Drayston. There's no huge turrets over here. We do have a summit core, which that is a big one, but no super huge turrets other than this typhoon. So that's not too bad. Of course, they have a huge patch of land over here that they have not used, like, at all, and there's a drop zone right around this area. And now we're moving on to the stronger part of the base, which is down here in this obsidian biome. We've got a bunch of Concite, a bunch of Typhoons, some Tralux, Cavaliers. Oof. We got the mother of all pressure schematics right here. Y'all need some pressure? Because we got it. Jeez, bro, where are you even feeding that to? We got some Crosium belts over here. We got lignite mining. We got all of this. We got another beefy wall over here. Jeez, dude. Why do you need this much pressure? Why? That's a lot. Oh, it's power. Oh. That does make a lot of sense. But I feel like there's better ways to get power. Anyways, it looks like in this area we got some Syntakes and some Instaro, some more Cavalier. Barite is ammo for all that. Okay, and that does block off the Barite biome, at least on this side. Cool. Probably got another defense down here. Same thing. We got whatever this is. Looks like a Cretite schematic from a red sand filter. I might want to steal that. I'll come back for that. Maybe later. We got another power schematic over here. We got a Tralux, blah-de-blah-de-blah. Heading down here, looks like we got some unit production. That looks to be tier 3, so that's going to be great. Okay. Another core, Crosium, blah-blah-blah. The huge lake. Anyways, where else have we not been yet? We haven't been this side. This looks to be... oh, God. Oh, that's a tier 5 factory. And that's a tier 5 tank, I think. That thing looks huge. Cool. That's going to be fun. We also have another defense over here. More Instaro, more powered turrets. Cool, cool. Just got a wall with a bunch of missile launchers on this side. Got another wall over here with Cavalier. We got some, oh my god, another one over here with Project and missile. Oh my god. We got A million power again? What is the deal with this? I don't know. Is this like a really efficient way to make power that I'm just missing out on or something? Like, what's going on down here? I have no idea. Got some Vesmonium accumulators. Jeez, bro, we're going to be here forever. All right, well, I probably have looked enough at this base. It's probably been like 5 minutes of me just yapping. Let's actually get some progress done. But first, let's think what the plan's going to be. Tier 5s are showing up. We got a bunch of waves showing up. How long do we have until the first one? 5 minutes. Okay. First order business. Basic resources. We're going to get a lot. We're going to need a lot, so we're going to get a lot. And then we're going to march straight over here to the obsidian biome. We are going to put a defense, quote-unquote, right over here to defend the input area. There is a way for the enemies to walk this way, so we are going to have to actually defend this. Looks like it will only be coming from down here, so we probably could just wall it up to here, and then the enemies will walk around this way. Maybe. I don't know. And then we'll mine some obsidian, and then once we have that, we can work from there. We're going to have to get barite somehow. No idea how that's going to happen, but you know what? I guess we're just going to have to find out. Let's get some resources. We're going to need a lot. Okay, there we go. Basic resources acquired. 4 lithium per second, 4 dematite per second. Not a whole lot of Fahrenheit because there isn't as much resources here as I thought there would be, which is not really good. Yeah, we're gonna have to deal with that at some point, but that will be later. Now that we actually have some resources, we are going to blitz right the way over to the obsidian and get as much of that as possible running over here, because that is going to be a huge bottleneck in this entirety of this sector. So let's go over there and get this done now. Might also be a good idea to mine some of this Fahrenheit right there and ship it over this way. Now, unfortunately, it looks like this is going to shoot at me, and we're going to have to actually take this out. Oh, I didn't even think about that. Okay, well, I've got an idea. Yeah, it's going to have to be like this. We have to get rid of this basically instantly, and the only real way to do that is by shooting it with a skip. So that's what we're going to do. And I am also going to put a little logic chip on this to have this thing shoot as well. And it looks like it isn't for some reason. I don't know why. Why are you not shooting, bruv? Literally, it's not that hard. I probably have to change that to a 1. There we go. Okay, now that should hopefully start attacking that. Cool. Let's let that cook for a second, and let's go ahead and get some obsidian going. Hopefully we have enough lodestone built up. It looks like we do. There we go. Now you're probably noticing that I'm pausing a lot to build things because we're going to need it. We desperately need all the time that we have available to us, because I have a feeling once the escalation starts happening, we are going to get cooked. So we're trying to, save as much time as possible here. And it looks like I have to go all the way around this lava lake, which is minorly inconvenient. Eventually, I will be using most of this lake here to make more obsidian because the slag coolers are very, very effective. But obviously, we can't be doing that right now. So, yeah. Looks like this has been completely destroyed. We just can't put anything down on this side. So I'm just going to let that skip cook for a bit. But we have obsidian, so I really don't need to care that much. Luckily, we're not making a whole lot, so I can use a Fahrenheit pipeline. I don't want to waste all of the lodestone and the lithium that I have right now. I would rather use that for other things, aka upgrading factories, because we're going to need to do that off-rip, dude. And I will also need to build some defenses soon, because that is going to be problematic. This wall will hold for maybe 2 waves. And I'm not going to tear it out like I did the last sector, because we need the defenses. We need everything we can get our hands on. Okay, now that we have obsidian, I'm going to wait just a second, and we're going to instantaneously upgrade Fahrenheit production, because we need it. Oh my god, dude, the obsidian is actually taking forever to get here, bro. Oh no, look how slow this is. We're so cooked, bro. All right, and look at that. The first wave has arrived. This is the beginning of the end. We are going to die. Where are the enemies? I probably should look. They probably spawned at the drop zones, and it looks like something has already attacked. A tier 3 already? Oh my god, we're actually fried, bro. What are we gonna do, dude? Why is there a tier 3 already, bro? And that, of course, hits my obsidian line. I'm gonna have to be, like, pre-obsidian tech the entire time? No way, dude. I gotta take care of this thing. Okay, luckily it wasn't that strong, but oh my god, that literally cut off our obsidian. We're literally gonna have to go back and get more. I'm gonna have to go fix this stupid line. Oh my god, we need to defend it. Or we start walling off some of the pipelines to get them to not go that way. Let's do that. Hey guys, don't go this way. Go this way. I think this is going to be the one we actually defend. So this This is getting walled off. And it already is the next wave. Dear Lord, bro. We're so cooked. We need to figure out where the enemies are coming from, and we need to block it off. It looks like this guy's going to go this way. Okay. Okay, let's at least get some more Fahrenheit in place so we can, have resources. That would be great. There's no obsidian. Why? It's coming in. There we go. Okay, we should be fine. Build that. Thank you. Why does this not have pressure? I don't know. Please don't connect like that. Thank you. Okay, we have our basic stuff. Next order of business is probably going to be upgrading the lodestone production and then getting some basic defenses in place. We got you again. Go away. Okay, okay, okay. Let's go wall off the other side so we don't have to deal with that again. What are you doing here? Okay. I'm going to let them pass, and then we're going to go in and build a wall. Go, 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 go. Don't go this way. I don't want you to go this way. I want you to go this way. This way is way more easy, simple, whatever to defend, and that's what we're going to do. Shenong are dead. Cool. Everything's broken. Don't care. Whatever. We're going to go get defenses now. That's got to be what we do. Going to be some lignite. There should be some in the area. I'm standing on it. Cool. And then we're probably also going to have some catapult as well, just because we have the resources over there. We might as well. I may even set up like a lithium factory over there because there is quite a bit of lignite here. So maybe we can put up some lignite as lithium. Maybe we can use some lithium as ammo over here. I think that's probably a good idea. Maybe not a whole lot, but at least we're going to get some. And look who's here already. Nope, shoot at me first. Ow. Okay, well, there goes my entire plan of building defenses, and the worst part is I have to walk down there now. That is going to be a huge waste of time throughout the entirety of this sector, is just walking. Oh my god, everything is going wrong, and nothing's even happened yet. This is so bad. Okay, boom, singes exist, life is good. We need to get some power over here, so I'm thinking we're just going to do a simple 2-turbine power setup real quick. Yep, something like that, and that's just going to supply us enough power to put some menders on our defense over here because we desperately need them. Can I build one of the big ones? Ooh, I totally could build a big one. There we go. And hopefully that will... Okay. Hopefully this will actually take these things out? Is that a tier 3? That's a tier 3 tank. Okay, well, there goes our entire defense already. Ha! Hey, look, guess what, guys? The obsidian line got hit again. Oh my god. Okay, Cavalier goes right there. Boom. Yeah, fight that, idiots. Okay, and that's going to be our front line for a little bit. And look who's back. More of them. Fantastic, dude. Okay, that did hold, though. So that's good. Let's get some actual defense over here. I'm thinking we're going to go for some lithium, and then we're going to put it into... Ooh, a Sendrit? Oh, yeah, we're going to do that. Okay. And, of course, we are going to have to grab some lignite from somewhere, and that's going to be up here. I don't want to use the actual ammo lignite because I did spot this huge patch over here that we're just going to use. Okay, boom, 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 boom. Put it in, put it in, put it in, put it in. Boom, lithium, lignite, whatever this stuff is. I said right the first time. Okay, there we go. We do not have lodestone, but that is fine because now we have some lithium ammoed Sendrit, which is going to be very, very good. Okay, we do need to plug this in, so let's do that next. And since we don't actually have any lodestone, that's going to take a little bit, but there we go. We now have a decent-ish defense. It may hold for more than 5 waves. Perhaps, perchance, maybe. We've kind of stabilized a little bit. That's good. So now we can actually focus on increasing production of everything. First order of business we're going to do. We're going to go get some more lodestone. Always need it, so let's just bite the bullet and do it. We're going to grab some water, and we're going to grab it from here. This looks to be a fantastic pond to put down a whole bunch of the exothermic pumps, because look at that. Absolutely beautiful, but I can't afford that right now because they all take lodestone. So instead, we're going to use these little guys, and we're going to get 20 total, and that's enough for 3 big lodestone mixers. What are they called? Basins? Yeah, we're going to grab those. These are not items. This is a liquid, you bozo. And since we have more lithium and obsidian than we do lodestone, I'm going to use the viaducts to transport this. There we go. Okay, now let's get this all into place. This is going to take literally forever to build because we just don't have the actual lodestone production for this, but I really don't care. I'm putting it here, and we're going to call it good. Okay, bro, we're cooked! 5 waves, and there's a guardian, bro. Wave 10? Are you kidding me? Bro. Okay, boom, there we go. Now we're getting 6 Fahrenheit. That is going to get swapped out and eventually put into this area right here. Are we almost done? Cool, hurry it up. Bro, literally, this is the I can't even speak. This is got to be the most panic-inducing sector I've ever played, and we are on wave 5, and I'm already freaking out. Anyways, let's redirect this now because we can. Okay, and there we go. Once that is in place, these should be on. Boom, 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 boom. boom, 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 boom. Go, 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 go. Redirect it. Okay, this is now defunct, and these should be turned on. Let's go ahead and get some outputs set up real quick. And we're just going to chuck solar heater panels on it. Boom, boom, boom. A lignite. What is this stuff? Lodestone? Don't even care. Has been upgraded successfully. Perfect. 8 enemies. Let's check. Are we still doing fine? Yep. Looks like we are doing A-okay. No turrets have been destroyed. Everything is fine. Cool. That's upgraded. Done. Next up, what do we need to upgrade? I'm thinking obsidian, because... Or maybe Fahrenheit. Well, I guess we got plenty of Fahrenheit. It's fine. Obsidian's next. We need to get that upgraded desperately. We're not getting a whole lot of it in the core, and we are going to need more. Plus, we also are going to need to get some for Crosium, because I think that's actually the next thing we're going to make, because Crosium actually isn't that difficult. Another thing that I'm going to do, let's just go ahead and check this real quick. Can we funnel everything to here? If this is walled off, this is walled off. Everything over here obviously can walk this way, but can things that generate over here go that way? I don't know. Because that's solid, so they can't go that way. That's solid, they can't go that way. This isn't, so they can go that way. And that is. Okay, so it looks like they will have to go this way. So this will have to be defended at some point, but obviously we can't do that right now because we don't have enough resources or time or consideration or anything else to do that. Another thing I could do, I could put a tiny core down over here. It's pretty expensive to do. It may take a little bit, but I think it would be beneficial. They might start pushing it, which is kind of a problem, and we really wouldn't be able to defend it very well because our obsidian is being built over here, but we would be able to run it in here, and then we wouldn't have to run the huge pipe. So I think I'm going to do it, and in the meantime, we're going to plan up some more obsidian. So we got some more obsidian planned out. This should be almost 6 per second, and we are just going to grab some Crosium now. Now, we are going to have to get water, so we are going to have to run a pipe over here, which is great, because that's like the one thing I wanted to avoid doing. So that's going to be fun, but at least we can do it, and then we can grab some Crosium. There we go. Now we're getting all of this into the core right here. Perfect. Okay, next up is Crosium. The only issue with Crosium is that the buildings themselves take power 150 worth, which is a lot. So we are going to have to get some power over here. Not a whole lot of stuff to work with for power, so we're probably going to have to get one of these wireless schematics. Boom, this will make 360. That's enough for one Crosium, and that's going to go right down there, and let's actually get that built up right now. Are we going down? No. Okay, they're going here. So let's put some skips here. Okay, perfect. That actually worked out pretty well. They did shoot a couple of things, but that's okay. Now, since this is making Fahrenheit, why don't we just filter out the Fahrenheit and we use that as ammo? Okay, there we go. That should be at least a little bit defended. Let's go ahead and try to get one of these Crosium infusers in place now. Obsidian is in. We just need pressure, and we need purified oasis water. Now, we do need a lot of pressure. There's not a whole lot of vents over here, so we're just going to chuck in a good old standard pressure schematic since we have a lot of space up here. Let's go plant some water and get it over here. Oh, right, we have 2 waves until we're dead. Okay, well, all right, there we go. Purified oasis water acquired. We're going to use the lithium viaducts because, again, that's what we have more of at the moment. Actually, maybe we shouldn't because we're making a lot of lodestone right now. We're not making a lot of the other two, so let's just use that. Fine, I'll use my stupid lodestone. Never going to see it again, but that's fine. Oh, the core's under... Huh? Which one? Oh, probably this one. Oh, yep, it is. They went the other way. Okay, well, that core's gone. Well, that's just great. We're going to have to rebuild that. All right. Oh, it blew up. Cool. And they all died. Cool. Okay, so we're going to have to wall this off over here. So let's cancel that building and let's get this walled off so they don't want to go this way again. And then we can rebuild out. So they'll only be able to go this way and still die. Okay. That could have been worse, but it wasn't the end of the world, I guess. Now we are going to have to go rebuild that stupid water line that I never even got to over here, which is just great. Okay, we got 1 wave to go, and unfortunately I had to run the pipe like right on this side because it is a single tile away on this side from being able to move it like that. So I get to defend the pipe with a bunch of walls and hope they don't shoot at it. It's fine though because we do now have our water over here, which will get sent in like so. There's no core here, so let's get this rebuilt and let's check, make sure we're not going to die. We got 3 of these guys. They are going to go... Really? Why, dude? They're just going to ignore it this time and they're going to go destroy my entire water pipe. Great! That's so awesome. Okay, dude, whatever. But let's get this built. Let's get some Crosium in here. Boom. Crosium acquired. We can upgrade our lithium now. Cool. We can build some advanced turrets. Awesome. We can defend against these... Why are they coming back, bro? Are you kidding me? This is... Oh, my God. Yo, I hate you. They went over here, destroyed the pipe, came back, and destroyed everything else. That's just fantastic. Fine, we're gonna wall it off again. The subtile can shoot it from there. I am gonna lose it! Oh my God, there's a stupid tree in the way. I hate trees. There we go. Now they have to go this way. There's no other way to go. They're going to shoot at the stupid pipe every single time they go this way. Let's defend it again. Whoop-de-doo. We're also going to need to grab more power, but I don't think it's going to matter too much because the enemy Guardian is about to show up here in 5 seconds. Let's see what it is. Let's go ahead and start building another power schematic over here. Where is this stupid dude? Can show up, please. There we go. Let's build this in. Guardians here. I don't even know what it is. Please be a tier 3. Is it over here? Okay, at least it's not over there. Oh, it's just a tier 3 tank, I think. Okay, so it's not that. Oh, no, it is that. It just had a shield. Okay, so we're fine. Everything's fine. Nothing to worry about. Ha 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 ha. Upgrading lithium. Boom, go. Okay, boom. There we go. That should be our lithium upgraded to 8 per second. And I believe, what is lodestone at? 12? Jesus Christ. Okay, well, it's fine. We don't need a whole lot of lithium, I guess. If we ever need more, we can always come back and upgrade. Okay, the next thing we need to grab, barite. And now that's going to be really hard. Where are we going to get that from? I have no idea. How is our defense doing, by the way? There appears to be a lot. Oh my god, there's a hole in it. We gotta go fix that. About to say, there's a lot of enemies. Let's make sure it's doing fine. It wasn't. Let's go upgrade it, or fix it, or both. Of course, I choose to upgrade the wall right as some enemies get here, but, I mean, what are you gonna do? Let's upgrade a little bit of this to Crosium, since we have a couple extra bits here, and then we can, I don't know, get barite. I don't know how we're gonna do this. I think I'm just gonna throw down 100 million power generators somewhere. Do we have access to nitrogen yet? Yes. We need obsidian, though. That's kind of a problem. Because my foothold on the obsidian front is kind of weak. Wait, we also have access to slag coolers now. Because we have Crosium. Ooh! Might be time to use some slag cooling molds to get a stupid amount of obsidian and build the biggest defense you've seen in your life on this side. I don't know where I'm going to put it, but you know what? It's fine. Maybe we won't do that. Anyways, I was thinking we could just get our big diffusion reactor setup going. But, like, I don't really have a really good way of keeping a steady supply of obsidian because it's very under siege at the moment, so I don't think we're going to be doing that. We may just want to stick to some Cretite because we do have red sand over here and we have a decent amount of resources over here to use. So maybe let's try that out. Oh, Jesus Christ. Plus we have that. Let's try that. Let's try Cretite power. Respawn at the core. That's what we're going to do. Cretite power, and then we're going to rush straight to a bunch of barite. 6 Cretite turbines is probably going to be plenty fine. So I think that should now start turning into 2 Cretite per second, which we can run 6 generators off of, which is what we're going to do. That'll give us a solid 3,000 power to work with. That is actually very impressive. Okay, awesome. And since we do need a bunch of water for these, 48 purified oasis water, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to put down probably another pump here, because I am just using, this is like our ammo lignite, but like I don't really care. We probably need to go check on that. Whatever. Anyways, we're going to put down one of these because this is like deep water, so we're getting like 36 per second out of this. That's pretty good. So that'll give us 72. If we put in 48 of that, that'll give us 36, and then we can use some smaller ones for the other one and run some sand over from here. That is the plan. Let's do it. And since we have capacity, I am going to just shove everything into the exact same water line. I really don't care. Probably go fix up the defense there. It is looking a little worse for wear down here. I may want to even upgrade it by adding some more turrets down here. We've got access to these Crosium ones, and they shoot lithium. Ooh. Okay, which one do we want to do? I feel like putting a myriad down basically like right here would probably be the best option. There we go. Hopefully that will upgrade our defense down here just a little bit. Now, another thing that I was thinking of, we probably can get some of these Crosium turrets up at the top obsidian area. The Typhoon itself shoots obsidian, and the Concite does as well. But we're making Crosium up there, so we may as well just use it, right? Now, it's going to take forever to build, so... Oh! I was about to say, hopefully nothing comes over here and destroys it, but that's obviously not going to be the case, because look at these guys. Yep, average Shenong blitz your defense and destroy everything moment. Yep, thank you. Okay, let's get this built up. Aren't these supposed to block lasers? How are they still taking damage, bro? Okay. I think it's this little wall here, just because I built it in a poor place. Okay, whatever. There we go. That is defended over here. Perfect. What was I doing? Right, power. Let's get to it. And would you look at that? Now we have some power. Now, these are instantly getting plugged into a huge battery bank that I'm going to build over here. Next order of business, since we have power, straight to barite. We are going to simply just do it over here. The enemies really don't like going this way because there's no reason to, and we're going to just bridge over the wall. Hey, there we go. A little zigzag pattern later, and we now have some barite. Perfect. Let's get this into the core ASAP as possible. I will also be continuing the zigzag pattern like this in case we ever need to add more walls. And there we go. Barite should be coming in. Now, it looks like, yeah. Luckily, we were able to prevent that from happening, but the Shenong really did just destroy the entire defense over here. We need to upgrade this, and I think that's going to be our next option. I don't think we really need to grab anything else. We probably should get some Vesmonium at some point, but yeah, I don't think that's just going to be within reach at the moment, so I think our next order of business is actually just upgrading everything. You know what? I think we're just going to go instantly upgrade Barite, because there's not a whole lot, and then let's work on some defense. There we go. Okay, now another thing I could do, we quite literally are right over here, and there's some liquid Barite right here, and I mean, like, oh, Lignite. Do we have Lignite over here? No, because we're using it all. Oof. Well, never mind. I was going to say we could just make some early Vesmonium just to get a little bit of it, but we're running out of Lignite. Or are we? Discharge Quarry right here gives you 5. This thing takes 3. Let's do it. And then once we have that, we can actually get cargo drones. Oh my god, that's going to be glorious. Now, since I have a feeling that this is probably going to be overcapped, I'm literally just going to put it right there and call it good. Okay, now, Barite, this does need 2.4. So we're just going to do this again. Just slap it down right there and then route that in like that. Boom. Okay, power is going to go all the way throughout this whole place. Boom, boom, boom. And link up to that right there. Now we are going to need some liquid Barite, but again, we have the huge puddle over here, and I'm just going to use the tiny lodestone pumps because I am not wasting any more lignite. And there we have it, Vesmonium. Now this takes 9 pressure, and this makes 18, and we are still dropping, but I think we are good. All right, straight into the Barite line, and into the core you go. Why are there lumps in there? There shouldn't... Oh, yeah, that's why. There we go. All right, cool. Vesmonium has been acquired, and we can use that to build some advanced turrets and some cargo. Because cargo is going to be very, very useful. Especially for obsidian, which is what we're going to go deal with right now, because the obsidian area needs some work. I may want to put the wall, like the actual defensive wall, somewhere either here or here. Now that I'm looking at it, this has less trees in the way, so I feel like this might just be the better place to put it. So I think that's probably what we're going to end up doing. We're going to end up putting the wall down here, and then that will be, of course, the only way to go. So they'll have to go this way, and that will unlock us a whole bunch of other various, you know, area that we can use, and we can put a wall up right here so they won't go this way, and then we can access all of this slag to cool a bunch of obsidian down, which I think is going to be the grand master plan. And another thing we can now throw into our defenses is Trailux. Now that I'm thinking about it, this thing takes 360 power. Now I wonder if I just have any schematics that generate 360 power. Oh, hey, look at that. Alrighty, yep, here come the army of Shenong again. Great. Good thing I got over here and rebuilt this temporary jank defense real quick, but this is going to be a bloodbath again, I bet. Yeah, luckily the Concite here is absolutely ripping and tearing, but geez, dude. So let's go ahead and start the upgrade over here. Yep, make sure nothing will ever want to go this way. This is going to cost a stupid amount of barite, but I don't care. At least right now, so let's hold off on that. Oh boy, here comes death. Hopefully this is the last time I have to rebuild that. Alright, looks like we got another Guardian approaching in 10 waves, and I am going to go with Concite for this defense, because they are quite good. Now hopefully I won't have to... Actually, the thing about this side of the wall is the enemies could really just come over here and shoot at it this way, so I feel like I might just want to move everything back just a tad over here, just to make sure that nothing gets hit hard. Yeah, let's do that. So we can put Concite there, there, and there. And running ammo into these is actually going to be extremely difficult, I just realized, because there's not a lot of space to work with. Oh, great. They're going to destroy all that. That's cool. Yeah, that's just great. They just destroyed all that. Awesome sauce. All right, look at that. We got ammo just in time for these Shenong to get here. They still blew that up. That's insane. Okay, but there we go. That should be our frontline defense, at least for a little bit. We got a decent amount of obsidian coming in here, I think. Is it actually? Yeah, it's just taking a while because we have a tiny little bit from right there. Okay, there we go. That should work. Now we can start tearing out some of these old walls here, move the water system, and start pumping out some slag, cooling it down and making obsidian that way, which then we can ship off to make a better power generator in a little bit. I do need to upgrade defenses again. As per usual, gotta upgrade everything all the time. This one is complete, but the one all the way down here is starting to show its age, and there's a whole bunch of holes in it, so we're going to have to go fix that. And by fix it, I mean maybe we should just give it an upgrade, because you know what? I think it is probably about time we do that. Or maybe we can hold out just a little longer. Yeah, maybe we should. Okay, I feel like it might be time to start making some stuff. Let's get more water. That is really what we're kind of bottlenecked on. Let's ship a whole bunch of this nice, deep oasis water all the way over here to Obsidian Land, and we can make some more obsidian over here. That is what we really need right now, so let's just go ahead and do that. Once we have a bunch of these slag cooling molds in place, we will be getting a stupid amount of obsidian, and then we can use this for literally, well, everything, really. All right, well, let's do that. Alrighty, well, now we have whatever 36 times 8 amount of oasis water is. That's a lot, and that's all that I really care about. So, again, to not waste lignite, and because we have so much of it, let's just go ahead and throw down a bunch of tiny pumps. We need 10 for each obsidian cooling mold, and each of these only takes 12 water, and of course 30 slag, with a little bit of power. But again, power is not going to be an issue over here. So, how many do you think we can fit in here? I'm thinking like maybe 3 or 4. Let's find out. That is enough for 4. And just to be sure, I'm going to add a couple extras because it's always nice to have the liquid production overflow instead of everything being underflowed. All right, well, that's going to be a lot, so we need to grab 4 of them now. Jeez, bro. Okay. I also went ahead and replaced this wall because it was starting to get a little concerning. Okay, let's go ahead and place these down. And boom, there we go. Now we got to grab some power. Hopefully I can actually fit that in somewhere. Yeah, I figured this is going to be an issue. Let's see. Can we put another one like right down here? Just barely not. That's super annoying. Alright, and it looks like we are going to have to come back and fix this system every now and again because they keep blowing up the menders because Shenong are just very, very strong, especially with the stupidly high amount of shielding they have here. Yeah, and there we have it. 12 obsidian per second. That is a lot. Now, since we are quite literally just sitting here doing nothing, let's just take it out with a conveyor. Yep, this can run it, and we'll run this straight over here. This is where we're going to be generating a whole bunch of other various things, like we might make some more Crosium. We'll probably end up using this for making units. We are going to go for tier 5s, by the way, because that sounds pretty fun. And hey, you know what? If there was ever a time to build tier 5 units, it would be in the last campaign sector. So yeah, that's what we're going to do. We're going to build some tier 5s. But let's get this going over here. This is probably going to be used for basically everything. All right, so first order business, let's increase our power capacity because right now it is severely lacking. And we're going to build the huge diffusion generator. And it's probably going to go somewhere over here because it looks like we could fit it in right about here. So let's do a little bit of rerouting of pipes and get that started. All right, well, there we go. Let's actually take out the reactors first and get the rest of this built, and we are going to have to figure out exactly how much we need for this again. I did kind of forget, so we're just going to have to go check. Let's see. What do we need? 24 nitrogen and 36 silicon tetrafluoride. So we need 2 obsidian per second, a little bit of pressure, and a little bit of water, and that will be just fine on that. So we can just place that down next to the water line, literally right here. Yeah, that's easy. And for silicon tetrafluoride, a single accumulator, I believe, gathers 16? 15, so we're going to need 3 of them. That is a-okay. There's a vent right there, right here, and right here. Alrighty, we are back. As you can see, everything is ready to put in the reactors. Of course, I need to go fix the defense again. I also put an overflow of the obsidian, so it can now go into the core, because I was running out. Oh, and something literally just made it through because our defense got broken. Yeah, let's fix this. Yeah, that's probably important. This is probably going to have to be upgraded very soon. Because, yeah, things are getting through. That's not good. Yep, that's going to be our next order of business. Once we get power in place, this is getting an upgrade. And we are going to be using power turrets because that is why I built the generator. And also because having power generation is useful. But that's besides the point. We need to get this upgraded, and power turrets is going to be our best option. And there we have our reactors in place. Perfect. So let's go ahead and grab some Dresden real quick. This should be pretty simple. We're going to slap it right over here because why not? The Vesmonium, as you can see, is right in there, so we may as well take it. Now, another thing, I can also overclock this to be faster by adding more heat, which I think I'll probably end up doing. So we need to put the nitrogen synthesizer on a vent tile to give that a little bit more of a boost. Like right here. That looks pretty good. Ooh, I didn't notice that. I didn't notice that. I was focusing too much on defense. The entire wall down there has been destroyed. We need to go deal with that right now. Okay, cancel all that. Let's go deal with this tier 3 that got through. Oh my god, could this... No way this is the end, right? Okay, it died. Rebuild. Is this still powered? No. That needs to be powered. Boom. Okay, Trelix is back in. Build that. Oh no, dude. No, this is so bad. No. Why, dude? I look away for 5 seconds and everything crumbles. No! Okay, I think what I gotta do is I gotta ignore that. And I just gotta... Oh my god, it's over. It's actually over. Hold on. It is super over right now. We are super fried. Oh god. They cannot get to this. They cannot get over here. Come on, Trelux. Please build in time. Thank God. Okay. I think that's fine. They won't be able to destroy the generator. I'm gonna let that happen, and I think I'm just gonna go down here and try to rebuild this. Yeah. Oh my God, this is so bad. Look at this. This is the end times, bro. They got it. They got it. They got it. They got it. Oh my God. Oh my God. It's actually over. It's actually over. No, 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 no. No, dude. Why, man? I look away for half a second. No. Oh my God. Okay. Honestly, we just gotta let this happen. Our priority's gotta be fixing the wall down here. It has to be. Like, there's no other way I survive this unless this wall's back, and then we can try to fix everything else. Oh, no, dude. Okay, stop trying to build those. It's actually... we're dead. Like, there's nothing else I can do about it. Yep, it's actually over. It's super over. That's so saddening, dude. Oh, there's nothing I can do. There's really nothing I can do anymore. Oh, yep, it's over. Oh, my... Alright, well... Oh, no, dude, that's so disappointing. We were doing so well, and then I look away for 5 seconds and the wall falls because... Look at all the enemies, bro! Oh my God, there's nothing you can do about that, dude. Jesus Christ. Why are we still alive, bro? It's literally over. Oh, it's because we have the other core over there? I don't even care, man. Just blow me up. How do I blow myself up over here? Just do it. Just do it. Oh. Well, I mean, lesson learned, obviously. We are going to have to focus hardcore on defenses. I thought I was doing just fine, but nope, I wasn't. There's nothing I can do anymore. I've just got to accept fate and give up. We're going to just restart it. This video is going to be 4 hours long. Fine. Just do it already. I've already lost. Can I just abandon? I can just abandon. You know what? I'm gonna go out with my dignity intact. That's very, very painful. Well, I think there's only one thing that we can do now. Run it back. This time I'm going to focus on keeping the defenses up to date, because last time I suffered for not upgrading the one on the south side. I'm going to try to do everything more efficiently, do everything faster, and of course, get all the resources up earlier, because I think the longer you wait, the more enemies there are, and of course, the harder it is to defend. So, let's run this back. Here we go, longest time lapse that you will ever see. Hey, we're back again. Yeah, do the time lapse. Whatever.
I ain't gonna lie, I'm getting pissed.
Well, would you look at that? We're back on the title screen again. This is so unbelievably difficult for like one specific reason. I'm going to give this one more attempt. No time lapse, no nothing. We're just going to play. And if I don't get it this time, I'm giving up. Okay, let's talk about why this is so stupidly hard. This is an eradication threat sector, and as you can see, there are 4 different ways to get to the core. That's a problem, because that means there's going to be 4 different fronts you're going to have to fight on. That's never really going to work out. You do not have the time to build 4 defenses before Tier 3 air units and tanks start showing up to attack you. So instead, your options are limiting where they can go. Now, obviously, I think the best choice is down here because it's far away from everything else. If you wall off these 2, everything will be forced to go down here. The issue with that is you do not have enough time to build Crosium before the Tier 3 tanks get here, because they will shoot through walls, because that's what they do. And of course, you cannot defend against Tier 3s for more than 3 waves with primitive turrets. It's just simply impossible. There is nothing you can do about it. So you are required to go down to your defense every other wave to fix it. Now that wouldn't be too bad if it wasn't half the map away from you. You have to take the 30 seconds it takes to travel down to here to fix it every 2 waves, which again, we're already on a time crunch here because, you know, if you get to wave 30, there's probably going to be Tier 5s. You get to wave 20, you're getting rushed by enemies non-stop. I do not think the turrets have ever had any off time. They have been constantly shooting because of the sheer amount of units that are here. And, you know, you just don't have time to do anything here. It is ridiculous. Okay, anyways, last attempt of the day. I'm getting angry. This is stupid. We're going to get our stupid Fahrenheit, and it's going to be great. We're going to get our stupid Demetite, and it's going to be awesome. We're going to get our stupid resources, and everything's going to go great. Ugh. Now, you probably saw in the time-lapse that I have been making more and more lodestone, because, again, you do not have enough of anything here, because you have to build so much defenses and so much factories that you have to basically gather every single piece of Fahrenheit and Demetite and lodestone that's on the map. So I have basically started gathering all this Fahrenheit, and we first run it into the core to get some resources, and then after that we swap it over to 12 lodestone factories, because that's how many you actually need to do this. Holy man. Let's go ahead and grab some sand now. As you've also noticed, I went ahead and used basically all of my starting lodestone to get sand, because we're going to swap it out for the advanced lodestone crucibles once we have the chance to, which obviously is really hard to do because you're constantly getting attacked by everything. And look at that, there's our lithium in place. Now guess what we're out of? Fahrenheit. I am getting 4, 8, probably like 12, 16 Fahrenheit per second, and I'm still out. And guess what? We get to now nerf our Fahrenheit production and turn all of this into lodestone now, because we need more lodestone. There we go. A whole bunch of lodestone. Oh my god, this stupid tree is in the way. There we go. We have 12 lodestone factories. Will that be enough? No, I already know it's not enough because I've tried this 3 times. Right after this, the best thing that I think to do is to instantly run over and get some obsidian. So we'll do that on the way back, it's fine. And then we also need to get rid of the stupid little turret tower that's just sitting here doing absolutely nothing other than being a complete nuisance to anyone who tries to do the sector. All you have to do is set up a skip, but it just wastes time. And guess what? Time is something we don't have. You know how crazy this is? I literally have memorized the coordinates because I have been doing this for so long. Wow, look at that. It's shooting at exactly the right place. Unbelievable. And it looks like we got extremely unlucky on this attempt because of the tree spawns. Trees do not spawn in the exact same place every single time, so we got really unlucky this time, and we got trees in places that we can't really do anything about, so our obsidian production is going to be severely limited. Yeah, remember when I said that I hate trees? Yeah, that's why. And there we go, we have our first initial obsidian. Now, of course, there's 2.5 minutes until the enemy gets here, so we are going to have to get obsidian in here, upgrade everything before they do, because there is no way to stop them from destroying this line in the first couple waves. They will always find a way through because you do not have the resources to prevent it. So first thing we probably should do is also wall these off, because we are going to need to do this eventually, so we may as well just get it done now. This also helps to ensure that the enemies always go down this way in the early game, because if they go over this way, they start hindering your obsidian, and that is obviously not good. Then again, if you shove everything down in this corner and have nothing prepared for it, that's also going to be a problem. So now we're going to have to go get defenses, but we really can't yet because we don't have the resources for it. All right, now we have the first enemies are starting to show up, and those are actually the transport drones. So we have about 29 seconds until the tier 3s start being generated and spawning in, which, again, not really a whole lot we can do against. The obsidian should be showing up right now, which is very good. Now, I'm not going to plug in lodestone. Instead, I'm going to upgrade the Fahrenheit first, because we are desperately out of this stuff, always, so it's probably a good idea to get this upgraded. And look at that. First wave, a tier 3. Every single time. Even if I did complete all of this, we wouldn't even be able to get any lodestone out of it because the water is cut off. Cool. Okay, so now that we have some stuff in place, we need to go build a defense. Now, the only defense I can really build right now that is actually going to have any effect on tier 3s is Singes. Singes have the downside of being ammoed by lignite, which has a tendency to light on fire when literally anything shoots at it. Okay, there we go. This defense will hold for 2 waves. I need to come back and check on it after that, because otherwise it will have been destroyed by the protodons, and I will have to fix it. There we go. At least we have our lodestone upgraded. Cool. So now, since we need resources desperately and we need advanced technologies right now, it's time to go run over and attempt to build some Crosium. And, Crosium takes a long time because it's very advanced and requires a lot of inputs. So I think you can see what's going to happen while I'm over there. Yep, that's right. I'm going to have to completely disregard the Crosium for a wave, come down back to the defense, fix it, and then walk all the way back. All right, now we're over here in La La Land making some Crosium. Guess what we need for Crosium? We need obsidian, purified water, which I was gathering while I was yapping about something else, pressure, which we get from our pressure schematics, and of course, obsidian, which we get from the geodes up here. Now, of course, this takes quite literally forever to build, mostly because of the resource issue, but also because these things just have a very long construction time. Okay, well, there we have everything we need over here except for power. Now, power is extremely problematic, mostly because we don't have the resources to build our big solar panels, which is what I usually do. So instead, I'm going to go walk down here to the defense and fix it up because it's probably broken, and then wait for resources to generate so I can actually build a solar panel. Somehow, we are actually not dead over here, which is extremely surprising. That has led me to believe that something is not right. And look at that. They blew up half the turrets. Another thing that you need to do is you need to also defend the area over here, because this side has its own set of issues. Bunch of Shenong and tier 2 tanks, Trigons, show up exclusively over here. Nothing else really shows up over here, but you still have to deal with them. And usually my defensive choice over here is something, actually good. But for now, instead, I'm just going to chuck in a bunch of catapults off of the Fahrenheit that is generated from the geode cracker, because I do not have the time to think about it. Okay, now we have to somehow fit in 2 of these large solar panel power schematics, and most of the time this doesn't work because of the stupid trees. Every single time. And this takes forever to build, and by the time I usually get this built, I'm dead because I have neglected the defenses because I don't have time to get to them. How are they doing, by the way? Shall we take a look? Oh wow, they're half dead. We did not make it back in time. We had to get here 30 seconds earlier to fix it. We've been over here for 30 seconds. I wonder how our defense is doing. Wow, it's half destroyed again. By the time that I walked over here, it's half gone already. Okay, but at least this time we have got Crosium. Okay, defense is repaired. There's probably an Protodon over here just ripping and tearing through the water pipes over here. Yeah, wow, look at that. Here it is. On the good news, though, we do have Crosium. So this time, we actually get to build a more advanced turret for once. Isn't that so cool? Now I'm going to do something a little unorthodox on this attempt. I'm going to use a lithium compactor over here. Actually, we're going to use 2 of them. So we're going to use our big schematic, and this is going to be our ammo supply. And we are going to use purely lithium-fueled myriad. All right, well, there we go. We have some lithium coming in now. Now, we are making 8 lithium per second. So, since we're making so much, we're going to throw in a couple of discharge generators. These will make, I think, 270-ish power with lithium, and it takes 1.5, so it takes 2/3 of a lithium per second. So if we do this, that will take 2 lithium per second, so we're still making 6 total. And then we can use this power to power up some menders and things. Oh yeah, these blow up, don't they? Oh, hey, guys, look at that. My core's under attack. I wonder which one it is. Probably this one over here that's completely undefended because they just walked right through the wall, as they always do. Wow, how unfortunate is that? I'm going to have to completely rebuild that now. That is the Guardian, by the way. It just has a shield, so nothing to worry about here. Or maybe there is something to worry about because it literally just walked through everything again. Oh, you want to know the worst part about this too is we have no Crosium left because our top core got destroyed. So now we're going to have to go over there, fix the Crosium, and then put the core back, make sure we can get enough Crosium to go down and defend against the other side. This stupid... I seriously hate trees, man. You know, I think having a couple Typhoon over here is actually pretty beneficial. And it looks like Crosium is no longer getting put into the core. Huh, I wonder why. Is it because it got blown up again? Wow, it is. Would you look at that? There we go. Now, hopefully nothing will ever be able to get through here. Well, if it had more ammo, it would probably work a little better. Wow, I really like being able to put solar panel schematics down. Oh, right, I can't because of the stupid tree that's here. Isn't that awesome? If you can't tell by now, I really hate the trees. Okay, there we go. That should hold up for a little bit. Now let's go get some barite. But we're going to need to grab a bunch of power for that first. I'm fairly certain I can actually build the huge diffusion reactor without barite. This is going to be stupid expensive and take 500,000 years to build, but at least we can get it started. We are still here. Very good. All right, let's get all, what was it, like 4 slag cooling molds worth 120... slag, liquid, whatever. Just put the pumps down. Okay. There we have our nitrogen. Now you obviously see there's 3 of them. This one is going to be for something. I think this is actually set up for Dresden. Yeah, that's why I made that. I was going to make some Dresden eventually. This is for future use, not current use. Alrighty, there we go. All of the gases have been acquired. Now all we have to do is chuck in the actual reactors themselves, and then we are rocking a solid 6,000 power per second at wave 22. See, how are we doing? Still fine? That does not have a mender. We need to get one down there eventually. How are we doing up here in Concite Land? Is everything fine? We lost all of our menders. That's also fine. We can go ahead and get those replaced later, but let's go ahead and get these in first. And there is all 3. Perfect. Now I have noticed that we are at that wave where the apex have started showing up. Now apex are very dangerous because they shoot the little ball things that kind of just like blow up. And as you can see, we have lost a turret. Because yeah, they keep shooting little balls and they blow up. Like that. See that? That was not good. We do not want that. Might be time for a barrier projector. Now the real question is, do I have the power for this? No idea. Let's plug it in and see what happens. We do! Okay, well, we're gonna do that then. Alright, little bit of building later. There's all of our barite going in. Very nice. That should be a little less than 8 per second. And now, next up is Vesmonium. And after a little bit more building, we have our Vesmonium. Perfect. Now I am instantly going to go over to this area and put down the Dresden Crucible because, yeah, this thing is super slow and we need to kind of speed it up. Dresden Crucible. We need to plug that in. Completely forget that everything requires power and you need to plug it in. There we go. 133%? No. We can get that to 150. There we go. 9 solar panels will get you there. Perfect. All right, we are getting every single resource, and I think we have officially made it further than we have any other time, which is kind of surprising because this is, what is this, number 5? There's the first one, the 2 time-lapse ones, and then one that ended so early I didn't even include it in the video. So this is literally attempt number 5. That is kind of ridiculous. But hey, we're still standing, and you know what? We're doing pretty good. Then again, there is a guardian approaching in 4 waves, and that's got me very, very concerned. I don't know what it's going to be, and I don't know where it's going to come from. We could also start producing units because we are going to need to do that eventually. So maybe that is actually what we should start doing. Now, what are we going to build? I have all the tier 5s unlocked, and I am yet to see support and tank tier 5s. So let's build a tier 5 tank. That sounds fun. And also, I have no idea what these do, so it'll be interesting to see. So yeah, that's what we're doing. 600 Vesmonium for the progressive one, by the way. Absurd. And 280 Drayson for the cumulative. Bro, I don't have that kind of funds. Jeez. Okay, never mind. I guess we're going to be waiting a little bit. You know, I have a feeling I may want to throw down some more Vesmonium occulters. All right, well, we've got 2 waves to go, and I just completed our second Vesmonium occulter over here. Now, I think the bottleneck for both of these is currently barite, which I could increase production, but I don't care. So it's fine. There is 2 waves to go until the Guardian gets here, and I am getting slightly worried about what that is and where it's going to be. So I think I'm going to go ahead and beef up defenses on both sides. Mainly this side, because this is the one that's got me slightly worried. And the Guardian is, in fact, here. I did not have enough time to beef up the... Not have enough time to beef up the top, so hopefully it's not over here. Oh, fantastic. Tier 4s are over there. That's not good. What about here? Probably got a couple more. Oh, no, there's not a single tier 4 right there. That's just fantastic. And what about here? Yep. Those look to be just tier 3. So it's literally only up top. So that's actually extremely bad because I did not beef that up at all. Rats, we're cooked. Okay, we're going to have to go put down some Typhoon. Since we do have the Crosium up there, we're going to put Crosium into it. We're going to water cool it as well. We also may want to put a Drayson turret up there. Can this thing shoot? Ooh, Project. A Crosium Project might be really good here. I think that's what we're going to put down over here. Yep. Let's try to get over here quickly. Go, 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 go. We have places to be, people to see. We are going to die. And you can really feel the weight of this music. Yeah, this is bad. Oh, we also probably should start repairing these. Yeah, we don't want these walls to fall here. Let's do that. We need to get the pressure in here. That's the tier 4 right there. Come on, come on, come on. It doesn't have a lot of pressure. Oh my god, that's not good. Okay, we have the pressure though. Come on, do some damage. Oh no. It is not doing a whole lot of damage. That is not good. Okay, well, our core over here is going to get destroyed, and there is quite literally not much that I can do about it. I can prepare for this, though. Our pressure was destroyed. Yep, we probably need to go fix that. Oh god, what are we going to do? This is actually really bad. Yeah, look at me, look at me, look at me. Not my turrets, please. Yeah, okay, this is really bad. Tier 4's on the right side. I did not expect that. Why would they be there? That's like, oh my god, that's so annoying, too. We need to defend. What can we do here? Let's think. Can we put down a Commodite? That might be really good. Okay, vast volleys of missiles, and they're going to be coming from this tunnel area. Now, the thing is, it's pretty close. So I think we're just going to do this, and we're going to put a filter on this line right here. Oh, that takes forever to build. Oh no, dude. We're not going to have enough time to get heat over here. Okay, let's see if we can get that built in time before this thing gets here. We might actually have a chance to get this down. Put some barite walls in here as defense as well. Boom, 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 boom. Go, 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 go. Okay, there we go. Commodite is in place. Boom. Blast him. Yeah, and shoot at me, not the Concite. Okay, that thing does not do nearly enough damage. It's dead. Wait, did it die? Oh, it did. Oh, right, because there's 2 Guardians. Okay, we gotta rush over there. We can rebuild. Go, 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 go. Yeah, this guy's gonna be here, but that's fine. I don't really care, because this thing's ready. All right, blast him. Okay, it doesn't do a whole lot, but it does a little bit, so I'll take it. And we've got some tier 3s inbound now. Oh my god, this is actually so bad. Can we recover from this? I don't think we can recover. Oh, dear. Uh-oh. Oh. They're pushing it! They're pushing it! Okay, back to the core. Okay, let's think about this now. What are we going to do? Myriad, what do you shoot? Lithium? You know, let's just do something like that. Yay, that'll do something, maybe? Luckily, they did not destroy the entire, diffusion setup, which is super nice. Like, thank goodness. The units that come after them might. Yeah, like those guys. They might. Oh, great. Okay, well, that's not good. Okay, as long as these get built in time, we might have a chance to live here. Let's put the ammo on. Yeah, there we go. Kill it, kill it, kill it. Ooh, it's gonna be close. Oh my god, it's gonna be so close, dude. Oh, who's gonna win? Who's gonna win? Oh my god. No way. You have got to be... I got... What am I supposed to do?